A sequence is defined by the recurrence relationship un plus 1 is equal to k multiplied by un minus 2k, where k is an integer. Given u1 is equal to 1 and u3 equals minus 15, find two possible values of k. So let's start off with the first term. u1 is 1. u2 would be k multiplied by u1 from this here, but u1 is 1, so just k, and then minus 2k. And k minus 2k is minus k. u3 is equal to, and not using this fact first of all, using the recurrence relationship, u3 would be k times u2, which is minus k. So k times minus k, take away 2k. Now if we tidy that up, we get minus k squared minus 2k. But we know in the question that u3 is minus 15. So we can put, instead of u3, minus 15 there. If we bring everything over to the left-hand side, we get k squared plus 2k minus 15 equals 0. We can factorize that to get k plus 5, k minus 3 equals 0. And that means that k is minus 5 or 3. And then you could go back and check that by, u1 is 1, and then put in what your k is here and see would you get out minus 15 by the time you go through u2 and then u3. Question 6. A sequence is generated by the recurrence formula un plus 1 equals d divided by un plus 1, where d is a constant. Given u1 is 2 and u3 multiplied by u2 equals 11 thirds, find the value of d. So start off again, u1 is equal to 2. u2 from the recurrence relation would be d divided by 2, because it's the previous term, plus 1. And then u3 is going to be d divided by the previous term, which is d over 2 plus 1 plus 1. Now that does look a bit messy, but I'm going to proceed with it anyway, because this fact here, u3 times u2, will make it a little bit less messy. So let's write that down. u3 multiplied by u2 equals 11 thirds. So 11 thirds is equal to, and then we've got u3, the d over 2 plus 1, and that's going to be, plus 1. That is multiplied by d over 2 plus 1. When you do that, it's basically expanding a bracket. You're multiplying this here by this. So if there are two terms in the left bracket. This is the first term, and this is the second term. If we multiply this here by the first term, they are going to cancel out. Okay, just at the side here, maybe show you that. You're going to have d over 2 plus 1, and you're going to multiply that by d over 2 plus 1. Because they're fractions, you can do it like so, and they will cancel out, so you're left with d. So you have d when you multiply the first term by all of d plus 1, and then you've got 1 multiplied by all of d over 2, d over 2 plus 1. So plus, and then you'd have d over 2 plus 1. If we simplify the left-hand side, you'd have d plus half of d, which would be 3 halves of d, plus 1 equals 11 thirds. So 3d over 2 would be, take 1 off that, which gives you 8 thirds. At that stage, you cross multiply, get 9d equals 16, so d is 16 over 9. It doesn't simplify, but you could write that as 1 7/9. So the difficulty in that question probably is multiplying these two terms together. And I thought of this as one term, or one number, so to speak, multiplied by the first term, and then all of this multiplied by the second term in that other bracket. Hopefully that makes sense. Our recursion formula is used to generate a sequence un plus 1 equals minus 1 to the power of n multiplied by un plus q, where u1 is equal to 1. We have to show that u4 is equal to 1 minus q. So you start off with your first term, u1 equals 1. u2 would equal minus 1 to the power of, now, if this is 2 here, which we have, the power is going to be 1. And then it's going to be u1, which is 1, plus q. That simplifies to be minus 1 plus q. u3 then is going to be minus 1 squared multiplied by the previous term, and then plus q. And that gives positive 1, so we're just multiplying this by positive 1, which means it stays the same. So you'd have minus 1 plus q, which is minus 1 plus 2q. u4 then is minus 1 cubed, minus 1 plus 2q, and then you're always adding on q at the end. Now this becomes negative 1, so negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1, and negative 1 times 2q is negative 2q. So we have negative 2q, but we add on q, which gives us negative q, which is what we wanted here. Given that u4 is equal to minus 5 u5, find the value of q. So we need to keep going and say that u5 is equal to minus 1 to the 4, multiplied by the previous term, which is 1 minus q plus q. Now that's just 1, so you've got 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times minus q is minus q. So we've got left with 1, minus q plus q gives you 0. So u5 is 1. We then use that fact that they've given us, that u4 equals minus 5u5. What is u4? It's 1 minus q. Minus 5, what is u5? It is 1. So 1 minus q equals minus 5, so q would equal 6.